Hello and welcome back to Invincible Asia. I'm George Clark and today I get to check out the Korean limited edition 3-disc DVD release of Stephen Chow Sing Chi's epic Kung Fu Hustle. Don't forget folks, before we go any further, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, ring the bell and all that jibber jabber, and thank you very much for supporting Invincible Asia. Now, why a DVD at this stage of the game, I hear you ask? Well, I saw this kicking around eBay and I saw quite a few of them and they were going at a hefty price, but one in particular popped up at a very, very reasonable cost. And I thought this is absolutely one of my all-time favorites. I cannot miss this opportunity to own this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece. 3 discs inside. I don't know what to expect. I was just very excited to get my hands on it. But of course, let me quickly take it back to where it all began, because this was one of my first eBay buys, I think, or early eBay buys. So I'm not too sure where this came from. Is it a Chinese release? Is it not? I'm not too sure. But this was the full uncut version of Kung Fu Hustle, and this was probably the first time that I had seen it. It's a region 9, as it states on there, I think. Yep, 9. But I'm not too sure, again, where, because it was just from an eBay buyer. Back in the early eBay days when you really had to bid against each other to win something. But a fantastic piece all the same, and I absolutely adored it. Now, soon after this, we did get the Western cinematic release, and I had the joy and pleasure of going to watch Kung Fu Hustle on the big screen. It was incredible, and soon after that, the DVD did appear, which I did get. Now, I picked this one up actually in Poundland, and on the back, I can see you get cast and crew commentary, deleted scenes, behind the scenes featurettes, interview with Stephen Chow, outtakes and bloopers, photo gallery and TV spots. I can't remember if I went through them, but what did jump out to me is that this runs for 95 minutes, whereas this runs for, it states 173 minutes. Now, that's quite a jump. I don't know if that's true. I need to go back and check this out. It's been some time since I actually watched this version, but if there's from 95 minutes to 173 minutes, I don't know if it's perhaps combining the likes of the cast and crew highlights, theatrical trailers, those kinds of things. There's no deleted scenes stated here though, which it does on this one. So it'll be interesting to go and compare them, which I kind of should have done sooner, I guess. Now, further down the line, I got a gift of this Kung Fu Hustle limited edition UK release, which I have yet to really delve into, if I'm being honest. And with this comes playing cards, a key ring, an inflatable axe, a sweatband, and the DVD itself. But it's a pretty cool box to have, and I was really happy to see a Hong Kong movie like this getting the attention, because we don't really get a lot of these fabulous limited edition releases by mainstream distributors, let's be honest. So that is pretty cool, but not as gorgeous as this. Oh my god, look at this. Now I'm going to slip off this band so I can get into it a wee bit easier. But look at this, isn't that gorgeous? The gold on the red, absolutely stunning. On the side, on the back. I mean, this is beautiful. And it, to be honest, it's probably as far removed from how Kung Fu Hustle really is as a movie. This really gives you the vibes that it's going to be like a Once Upon a Time in China kind of epic thing, or an Ip Man kind of thing, but it's not. We know it is wild and wacky. But what have we got here? We've got 3 discs from what I can see, a booklet. I'm just trying to translate what I can there. It does, of course, state 99 minutes in running length, subtitles in Korean, English, Chinese and Thai. And it should have its original language. Yeah, Cantonese and Mandarin language. Happy days. Okay, let's get stuck into this because I'm very excited to finally get my hands on it and go and watch it again. I did post on my fave fights recently the M battle of this, and I just couldn't stop watching it. When I was editing, I was like forgetting to edit because I was just watching so much. But yes, opens up with a magnetic flap, as you can see here, and inside, oh my god, look at this. Oh my god, oh, this is just gorgeous. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay, first of all, let me just do this because there's a lot to share with you. So this is the first opening, as you can see, and then inside we get this bunch of goodies, and hopefully you don't have a lot of light bouncing on there because there's a lot of clear plastic. But we have got 1, 2, 3 discs, one of which is The Art of Action, a documentary which I'm nearly sure I don't have. It's not that I didn't want it, I just had better things to spend my money on, although now I'm excited to check it out. So we have disc 1, disc 2 based on the movie, perhaps the movie and special features, The Art of Action, and then over here what looks to be a pretty nice book and God knows what else. But this is absolutely beautiful. Oh my gosh, what an addition. That is stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Oh, okay, let's pop this out. I'm going to pop out the discs first because there are some images behind those. I'm not too sure if there's images behind. Oh, there is images behind the book as well. Oh my gosh, and they've all got like the warriors of the village and then the 2 blind musicians there played by Yun Tak and Fung Hak On. But look at this. How fucking cool is that? Wow. Lovely. I mean, it's beautifully done. It just is it's nothing like Kung Fu Hustle is. Kung Fu Hustle is a live action cartoon, as we know. It is bonkers. But this is a very stylish kind of Kung Fu Master style breakdown design. It's not Kung Fu Hustle, but still I'm very excited, don't get me wrong. Okay, let me pop these discs back in there. Hopefully you picked that up. As I say, there's a lot of light bouncing, so maybe you didn't. I'll check, and if not, I will do a close-up. But lovely. Let me quickly close this over. Oh my god, it's so fucking sexy. Inside we have got, okay, so we have got, we've got a flyer for The Art of Action that just fell out of the booklet. And on the back, it all listed in Korean, narrated by Samuel L. Jackson. I see Charlie's Angels there and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Who Am I, pops up. And then we've also got a Sony Pictures DVD guide. I don't really need to go through that. This is really just an ad, a booklet ad of all their releases in Korea. Specifically, of course. And then the book itself is the Kung Fu Hustle script book, volume 1, which makes me wonder how many releases did this thing get and how many volumes are there of this book. But this is lovely, beautifully put together, and yeah, all in Korean. But let me quickly flick through it with you anyway, just to share what's inside. Very nice though, absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Stephen Chow Sing Chi. I do think he is one of the funniest people on the planet. His movies have entertained me for almost 30 years, maybe more than 30 years to be honest. And I think my first Stephen Chow Sing Chi movie was God of Gamblers 3, Back to Shanghai, when Made in Hong Kong released it on video, and that was the first time that I had seen it, and it blew me away. I just fell in love with this guy. I hadn't laughed as hard. I started letting friends watch it, and suddenly I was buying Stephen Chow movies left, right and center, and we watched them all together and loved them. And I did go with friends to watch it in the cinema, and they laughed as hard as I did. So it did translate quite well, and what a great success for Stephen Chow to have that released as it did. Of course, Shaolin Soccer was massive too. Tons of his movies are well worth seeing. Some of them aren't just as funny, but I still find them enjoyable. But this is a gorgeously put together book. And then of course we have the characters, Bruce Leung, and Yun Kwai. Oh my god, it just goes on and on. This is a fabulous movie and such a love letter to Kung Fu cinema in all. Of course, Yuen Wu-ping directing the action there. Sammo Hung had started, but had to step out due to illnesses. Okay, let me pop all this back in. Then I am off to watch... Jesus, that's a tough magnet. Then I am off to watch all of what's on these discs, including The Art of Action. Also going to kind of compare them to the other DVD versions that I do have. Just be interesting to see what that exact running time is on this. That's the DVD that's in the UK special edition. I don't really need to go through that again, but this one I'm quite interested in. It's obviously been some time since I watched that version, but still I'm going to go now, do that, come right back and let you know what I think. So just back after checking out the South Korean limited edition 3-disc release of Kung Fu Hustle. And the first thing I need to point out that this is actually a region 3. I tried to play it inside in my regular UK player and it only worked here for me on my multi-regional. So unless you have the ability to play multi-regions, this probably won't be worth your while picking it up. Now saying that, there are a lot of similarities to what the UK release has. The disc is pretty much the same. The only thing that's different on the disc, for example, is the font used for the title of Kung Fu Hustle. I actually prefer the one that came with this. The menus, when you put in the disc, the menus come up offering you English, Chinese or Korean menus. The 3 of them to choose from. Of course, I'm going to go for the English. And it is pretty much exactly as you see on the UK Sony release there. The only thing that's different is all the special features are on that one disc. Whereas with this, the only special feature we have here is the audio commentary with cast and crew. Saying that, I couldn't really, maybe I just totally missed it. I couldn't work the subtitles to go with that audio commentary. There's no doubt there, don't get me wrong. But there is obviously your Cantonese language options, Mandarin and English subtitles anyway with that. On disc 2, however, that's where all your special features are. So it's a wee bit of a cheat, let's just say. This could have been a 2-disc set with the Kung Fu Hustle and The Art of Action, but they've just carried over those special features onto the other disc, and they're pretty much the same as what's on the Sony UK disc there. You have got the likes of deleted scenes, collection of featurettes. It's all fantastic to check out, by the way. You have the Rick Myers interview with Stephen Chow Sing Chi. He kind of slightly embarrasses himself throughout this, trying to be funny, but it still turns out to be quite an interesting interview. Runs for about 27 or 28 minutes and definitely worth checking out. I have to say, I didn't know that Chow's English was as good as it is, and I would really love to see him get a real true Hollywood project just to give him back that kind of like status that he once had there, because he's kind of vanished off the scene for so many years now. You also have on there outtakes, bloopers, photo galleries, TV spots, that kind of thing, and that is all contained on disc 2. And again, like disc 1, it starts up offering you English, Chinese or Korean menu choices there, so you're well looked after. Then on disc 3, it is The Art of Action, and I do believe that this is exactly the same disc that is out there for everyone else. UK, US, wherever it is the same one that you're getting there. It is a Sony release, and that's what they're going to put out. They must have had some spares left over. Let's just chuck them in the box. An interesting documentary, I have to say. It's almost like they watched the best of the martial arts movies, or Deadliest Art, with John Saxon, that Golden Harvest Fred Weintraub produced documentary on Hong Kong movies, or Golden Harvest movies, which was my all-time favorite. It's very, very similar in its layout, in how Samuel L. Jackson comes across exactly like John Saxon. Very low production values. I mean, it's not greatly put together, but it's a fun documentary nonetheless, and some genuinely incredible clips of Hong Kong classics, some American action movies, and both sides from early periods right through to modern day films, which is great to see. But still, for me as a collector and everything about this, it's beautiful. that booklet that came with it, and everything else I still love. I'm really glad to have been able to pick this up for a decent price, but as I say, before you do, just check that you can play Region 3. So for me, this absolutely gets a double thumbs up. I am super glad that it is in my collection, and as I said before, there are some out there available on eBay. So good luck finding them. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, enjoy your Kung Fu, and I will see you soon. So thank you once again for watching another video here on Invincible Asia. Don't forget you can check out hundreds of others here on the channel. You can also show your continued support by heading over to my new merch store or by checking out invincibleasia.com, where you can read my full movie reviews, and follow me on Instagram at InvincibleAsia. Until next time though, enjoy your Kung Fu, and I will see you soon.